All right, everyone, thanks for joining. And we've got a big community call ahead of us, a few things to talk about. Thanks for sorry, a little bit late. We had some technical issues as it always is the case, but thank you very much for joining. Looks like my internet just died, but I think we might be back. I believe so. Is that right, Nick? All right. Well, let's dive back into it. I assume we're back. Let me just message some people. I will get started anyway. Yeah, awesome, wonderful. Okay, so let's dive into it. We've got a lot of things to talk about. Firstly, this week or this month, we've had a milestone for us of over 271 networks that we support. That is a huge increase in the past month. Last month we were doing about 230, and now we've had 271. We had a big boost as a bunch of teams reached out to us to add support for their test networks. And so we think this may be the largest network support of any project out there in Web3. We're talking to a number of projects out there across a number of networks, and we're getting somewhat overwhelmed by the amount of interest in indexing service to go and support their network. So it's great that teams are coming out and talking to us. If you are working with a project or an EVM chain, for example, building a new layer 2 or a new Cosmos zone or a new parachain, I think I'm back again. Sorry about that. It seems the Wi-Fi in my house is not having a good day. But we're just talking about network support. And if you need support for your network, if you need support for your new layer 2, your new rollup, your new Cosmos zone, let us know and we're happy to work out. You can scan the QR code there and reach out to us and we can add support very quickly. Maybe next month when we have this conversation, we'll be hitting 300 networks, not 271. In terms of other things, we did a big launch last month with the AI app framework. We launched the first version of the new developer SDK. The AI app framework allows you to build, run, and deploy AI apps. And AI apps are these agentic AI applications within the SubQuery network on a trusted and decentralized environment. They're self-contained, they're easily scalable, and they are a fantastic way to get started into the AI craze and to get involved. Now, they're very easy to develop with. I think I did a little bit of a run through last month in terms of how to build with AI apps, and they're super, super straightforward. But the best thing you get with AI apps is you get a large variety of off-the-shelf improvements or tools. So, for example, you get decentralized distribution, or coming soon, you'll have decentralized distribution. It's very easy and friendly to use. We kind of make and handhold you through building an agentic AI application. You get off-the-shelf RAG support for any kind of documentation. So, for example, on our website, you can talk to our AI assistant on our help page, and it's ingested all of the documentation for SubQuery, and it therefore can answer any questions that you have about the SubQuery documentation. You also get off-the-shelf function tooling, which allows you to extend the ability of the AI app by allowing it to request data from external APIs, or interact with chains, or interact with any other application out there. It works with any Llama model, some of the best open source models out there, and it is very easy to integrate with the OpenAI API server language that we use, that you can interact with. So if you haven't already tried out, check it out. The AI apps tool that we're using, or has definitely made building AI applications easier and faster. And you can see that an example net on the bottom of our website, on documentation, for example. There is a chatbot you can talk to and ask questions about. So maybe next time, instead of asking for help in Discord, you could try asking with the AI app in documentation. You might get the answer faster, since it's been trained on our documentation as an expert in SubQuery. Or you could try message the AI app that's currently on a network application about your staking rewards or delegation, and it knows the information about your wallet, and it can answer questions specifically for you. So it's a cool new feature that you can try out. We've got a lot of other new updates, a lot of small ones. Firstly, you can now see the number of queries each project received in the previous 24 hours. This is particularly helpful for node operators to track the popularity of projects over time, and allow them to choose which ones to index or run. So they can decide, let's say we want to run this project because it has a lot of queries, a lot of traffic. Another one is we've added support for new data nodes. Now, there are 2 new projects under the RPC category. If you're a node operator, we suggest you look at supporting them. We've added a lot of boosts to them, so there'll be a lot of rewards coming that way. Data nodes are a new alternative to RPCs. They're faster and more efficient to query, and that means developers using SubQuery projects can connect these data nodes. And when you're running them in a decentralized way, they will make indexing faster for them. So we're slowly transitioning our RPC traffic away from traditional RPCs for Ethereum and Base, towards, ideally, we can use the new SubQuery data node framework. And this is our way of testing slowly how to decentralize these data nodes among indexes out there. We've also, the instruction how to run the data node in the app and the project deployment are very straightforward to run. They're very similar to RPCs. You just need to switch out the get binary to a new binary that we use. So if you're using get to run these nodes, it will be a few minutes to do. And you can just switch it out. You don't have to change any data. You don't have to reindex. It just can adapt the existing Ethereum archive node that you are using. So check those out. We're just doing a lot of improvements to the network app right now in terms of helping understand pricing and improve the pricing structure. And one of those is making the pricing for flex plans more visible. So in the node operators page, for example, you can now see the pricing for various flex operators. So if I just quickly share my screen, and we look at a project like the Ethereum RPC full node, you can go into I think I'm back. Yeah. You can go into the RPC provider page, and you can see, for example, the requests that each provider has set. So this allows you to decide which node providers to sign up with, i.e. you can compare the prices. So for example, this provider in SnapTools is undercutting a few other providers out there by offering this service at 1.295, I think, SQT per 1,000 requests. Live Raven is offering 1.3. And of course, when we distribute RPC requests to node operators, we take price into account. So if you're a node operator running an RPC, you might want to consider using price as a tool to increase the number of requests you get, because the price is elastic. Now, there's a good question. Lower prices often attract more RPC requests. Something isn't working at all. I keep an eye on it. One of the issues that we have is we make a contract or a flex plan with you that lasts for about, I think, 2 to 4 days. And so if you decrease your prices, it often takes until that previous flex plan contract elapses or finishes before we reestablish a new contract with you at the lower price. So it might take 2 to 4 days for your lower prices to be reflected in a higher request volume, because the flex plan agreement we make with you tends to last that long. We kind of we make contracts for a few days at a time. We are looking at how to improve that so that the pricing or the reaction to changes in your price is more elastic, is more responsive. But do expect that there's 2 to 4 day delay between you changing your price and you should be able to see a difference in request volume coming towards you. Now, of course, price is one factor that affects the requests that you get. It is also affected by your location, by your latency, by your historic performance, and a few other parameters. So all of those kind of go on together, but price is a big factor. Another thing that we've been improving on is the way that you can understand where users are. So let's say I'm wanting to buy a flex plan and I'm building an application. I'm based in Singapore. I would like to sign up to a node operator that is nearby to me. And you can do that now by using this map. So for example, Phoenix Rebirth is based in Hong Kong. They are the closest node operator provided to me. You can also compare the locations on the list here on the right-hand side. But what that also can mean for node operators is that you might want to consider where your location is. So for example, we route requests based on the location. So if I'm making a request, the gateway won't route me to a node operator in London, for example, or North Virginia, because it's pretty much the furthest away from me as it possibly can be. So all my requests in Singapore are likely going to the node operator that is currently based in Hong Kong, Phoenix Rebirth, or Tokyo, Liquify. Now, if you're a node operator, you might decide where to set up your nodes based on where there is underserved locations. So for example, I can see there is no node operator in Singapore, which means all of the requests from Southeast Asia and Australasia are currently either going all the way to Tokyo or Hong Kong, or across the Pacific to LA or Scottsdale. So that might be something to consider in terms of where you set your node operator up, because there is more competition in certain regions, and we're trying to make it easier for you to understand and visualize that. What else? What other improvements have we done? Okay, if you're a node operator, let's say I'm looking out here and I'm trying to decide who to delegate to. And I go to the node operators screen and I look at the various node operators here. And sorry, my internet is exceedingly slow, as you're well aware right now. Hopefully it doesn't die on me again. But I load my node operators and I'm deciding which node operator to delegate to. Now I can use, I can search for some, and some of these node operators now have provided information about their node operator. Now I've got a screenshot of one in my slides here. Let me just skip through to it. SubQuery Vietnam, for example, has provided information. Node operators now can fill out details about themselves. So for example, where they're based, how to get in contact with them, what their philosophy is, if their RPCs, for example, are carbon neutral. And this might allow you as a delegate to decide, who you want to support based on the ethos that they supply, or it might allow project owners to reach out to node operators and ask them to index their project for them. So it's a free text field. We recommend adding some contact information, a bit about yourself, where you're from, that kind of stuff, because it allows node operators to better engage with the community and to future project owners. A good question here as well. It would be useful for delegators to see the information that operators see so that they can make the right decision. And maybe clarify exactly what information you're referring to, because delegators can, of course, see all this information in the network app. The number of requests per project, they can see that. So if you go to the project list, delegators are able to see the number of requests for this project. So for example, if I'm looking at this project here, which is the SubQuery network application project, I can see here the queries, the number of queries yesterday. I can see the rewards over time. And under the node operator screen, I can also see the location, the supply at various price points, and so forth. So that is available for delegators and consumers as well. All right, I think we're still good. Metrics endpoint, another thing, since communications node operators, please set up a metrics endpoint for your RPCs. It allows us to better understand your usage, and we may route differently to node operators that have RPCs enabled in the future. And then finally, we've got some burnt rewards features as well for node operators that allow you to better see what the reasons behind burnt rewards for your project. Now, that is in the network operator app, and you can check that out. That will help you better reduce your burnt rewards, because of course burnt rewards are wasted rewards, and we don't want those. So this is all these new features that we're trying to do to help node operators better manage their project. And then finally, a security improvement. We're done. Any new links that you can click on in the SubQuery network app, we warn you if you're leaving the application, and that is to stop phishing issues. We've got a lot of scammers in Discord, for example, as well. So we've done some security there. You're limited in what links you can share. Please be careful. There are scammers everywhere. We do what we can to ban them as soon as we encounter them, but they just keep popping up from everywhere. So back to our network support, there's some notable new networks. For example, Berachain, Peak, which is doing a fantastic Internet of Things project. Van Project Protocol, which is an Oracle, originally started in Ethereum in Cosmos, but it's expanded. Kakarot, and of course Acuras, which is another IoT project out there, or not IoT, it's a decentralized compute project out there. We've also got some new customers. So for example, Mancake Swap has excellent things to say about us. Before SubQuery, we relied on our own custom indexing service. We also use a graph as well, but we decided to use SubQuery because of all of its fantastic features. It has transformed our data indexing with its separation of indexing and query services. There's easy access to chain state data, user-friendly back office, and advanced features like custom node RPC URLs and re-indexing. This is what we do to build these new features, and it's great that we get recognition from our customers for them. Of course, another customer, Drop, had this to say: SubQuery makes setting up a new indexer incredibly convenient and straightforward. The chain samples provided are invaluable, offering great guidance and making the process even smoother. We have like hundreds of example projects now and tutorials, and it's good to see that being recognized. Neutron said that our robust indexing tools have brought essential functionality that we didn't have before. While we haven't used similar tools to compare, we're impressed by its multifunctionality and excited about the potential benefits it offers for our future needs. And that's an excellent statement, and we're looking forward to support them as they grow as well. Redoto, SubQuery is incredibly easy to use. That's exactly what we want to hear, backed by clear documentation and supports many chains. Simplifies our development, but gives us the flexibility and scalability we need to grow and expand our platform in the future. Some more updates. Era 41, things continue to grow. How crazy, we're already Era 41. Time flies. We're finishing Era 42 this week. I'm looking forward to our 50th Era, our 50th week in operation. That will be a good milestone for our team. And of course, we have a new Behind the Node series. This is a series with node operators. If you'd like to reach out and get featured on there, please reach out. and it shines a spotlight on the incredible node operators that we have. So we met Node Monster last week, and we'll have one coming out, I think, very much soon as well. But from now on, I'll introduce onto this call Nick. Hopefully, he has better Wi-Fi connection than I do, because I've been having bad luck today. Nick, welcome.
Thank you, James. Alrighty, let's begin. So, all you guys here who have been participating in the Zealy Sprint called Naughty and Nice, we are very grateful for your participation and presence. And right now we have something special to wrap up the sprint. So all of you know that the Naughty and Nice campaign is ending in less than a week from now, but we will be doing something special. We'll be providing a bonus opportunity for all of you. So here's the deal. If 10 of you come forward on Discord's general channel and say, I choose to be nice again, we will unlock a secret code word for everyone to access a bonus quest word 100 XP. And the first to complete it will win. So the reward will be randomly chosen by Zealy. But here's the catch. If the nice crew decides to keep naughty and at least 10 of you refuse to step up, the XP stays with them, the 100 XP. So that will prevent a lot of other people from winning. Right now, the decision is yours. Will the nice guy stay naughty or turn nice? Will the nice guy stay nice or turn naughty? So the clock's ticking, let's see. Moving on. As usual, we have the special SubQuery member of the month. And for this month, we have chosen Alex Turtle. And we chose him not for his name, but because Alex has been with the community for quite a while. And recently he's been more active. We noticed that he's been very positive, and he's very cool. He writes a lot of inspiring comments, optimistic comments. He's also been actively participating in the recent Naughty and Nice sprint. So Alex, thank you for being an all-star community member. And here's your $100 SQD rewards. I will reach out to you after this call to provide more, to get your information to send the reward. And to all of you here, if you are excited to be the next community member, all you have to do is keep showing up, stay active, and bring your A game. That's all. Finally, from my side, we also did a special community resources article recently, and this is a must-read for everyone in the community who want to take their Web3 projects to the next level. It breaks down to all the ways you can tap into thriving community, thriving community, SubQuery community to get inspired, supported, and empowered as a build. So whether you are a complete newbie in Web3 or you are a seasoned dev, we have all our resources in this particular article, such as our, all the links to the SDK Developer Hub, monthly community calls, and Discord channels to help you solve your problems and provide all the insights you need. With that being said, I will end my presentation and pass this right back to James. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. And have you been surprised by the number of people that have been nice this month, or do you expect more people to be nicer?
We are hopefully optimistically expecting a lot of people to be more nicer. So far, more people have been more naughty.
Yeah, I'm being surprised, but it's always interesting to see who's sharing and who's not. And I believe that someone actually shared the question today in the comments section. Yeah, so if you're missing today's question, then check out the comment section of this video. You might spot it. All right, well, we'll move on. Last month was a busy month, and that was because we were at DevCon number 7 in Southeast Asia. It was in Bangkok. We had 3 members of our team there. Marta, Ameni, and I were there, and it was a big week. It was a huge event. Took over Bangkok, and it was an excellent time. There's a lot of things we're on. So, for example, of course, it's always good to meet. Marta's based in New Zealand. I'm based in Singapore, and Ameni is all the way in Europe. So it was great that everyone could kind of come together and try not to get too sweaty in the Bangkok weather. Try to stay a little bit cooler, but it was still good nonetheless. We had a lot of presence in various events, especially at side events. So, for example, there was a workshop that Marta led at Sub-Zero. Marta was also a judge at a one-block hackathon as well, and she was judging various entries from the hackathon. We met a bunch of partners and customers around the space. Z, for example, HumanNode, who is a big customer of our SDK, and the Zion team as well, who are about to have their TGE very soon, and we're giving them as much support as we can for their TGE because we know how much of a big event it is for teams out there. So yeah, fantastic event. At the end of that was the last event, I guess, for the year, which is quite nice. We're getting close to December or to end of the year, and there's enough events in one year that we've been to. We've had a pretty full calendar doing marketing and community events this year so far. So things to look forward to. We're having a new blog article coming out soon when altcoin season or when out season. As well as everyone knows, the out season is full in swing right now. This is another example of all the educational material that we do on our blog. So if you haven't already, go sign up to our blog. You can do it at the footer of our website. We share a lot of articles every week about various topics, and I'm sure you can learn something about AI or indexing or the Web3 world in general. But there's a bunch of different topics we cover, and I'm sure you'll learn something. And then finally, if you're here for Zealy, and the Zealy code word is naughty or nice, of course, don't forget to sign up for a naughty or nice campaign. It is amazing seeing how people are either sharing the question or hiding the question. So naughty or nice is a Zealy code word, all in one word, and it's not case sensitive. Finally, there's some questions coming through. I've already answered a few great questions, and apologies again for losing connection through the day. But that's life on Wi-Fi. In terms of MPJ made a great comment around data node. Data node is we're very excited about the data node. It's a massive enhancement to RPCs that allows you to filter logs on the RPC, solving a big efficiency issue with indexes. And now that we can run it on the network, it's helping unlock a bunch more performance out of RPCs on the SubQuery network. And the goal here is that our SubQuery network has more performant RPCs than those centralized RPC providers. And that's ultimately what we're trying to get to. I think that's most of the question that I can answer here. A lot of conversation right now in Telegram and in Discord. We're keeping an eye on that. If you have any questions after this, feel free to message us in Discord or on Telegram, and we'll get back to them as fast as we can. There's a bunch of traffic, there's a bunch of new community members coming in. It's really exciting and great to see the community growing for SubQuery over the past few weeks. So thank you very much for joining. This is our last community call of the year. I'm sure everyone is already sick of Christmas music and shopping malls. So yes, end of the year is coming. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to the new year. And I hope you have a good time off work to decompress, spend time with your family, with your friends, and let in the new year in style. It's been a pleasure on this call this year. Thanks for joining us in 2024. We've got a bunch of new stuff that we're working on and that we're excited about for 2025. It's going to be a big year ahead of us, and you'll see us next for the next community call, probably in the second week of January 2025. So have a wonderful rest of your year. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe. I hope you and your family are healthy. Hope you're not too cold if you're in the Northern Hemisphere for winter, or not too warm if you're in the tropics. And thanks for joining us in this community call. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.